back. We've done plenty of stories warning you about the dangers lurking in a routine manicure. But they can be hard to spot, even for one of our hyper-vigilant reporters. Alex Bernhardt ended up in hospital.
Making up a story.
While we were filming this lady, she was filming us.
Can you show me the medical certificate? Why don't you show me?
The owner of a Sydney nail salon fuming at questions about the health procedures at her business.
We are Auckland.
All this time, I was nursing an infected arm.
Making up a story.
Thank you very much. We're just letting you know what's happened. This isn't for show. A trip to the local nail salon landed me here at the Royal North Shore Hospital for 3 days. A small cut to my finger sparked a severe infection that spread to my elbow and almost required surgery. But the owner is angry and suspicious.
You know that I'm working with them for 10 years, and if you got infection, your finger should be swollen.
Over the years, we've brought you many nail disasters. The spread of infection can be so simple. We all know the risks of catching golden staph even at our best hospitals. And no one is suggesting nail salons can match the same sterilisation of a major hospital. But there's certainly a growing demand for higher levels of hygiene in the cosmetic industry.
Hi, Karen. How are you? A lot better than I was.
It all started when I was interviewing Professor Karen Phelps on a separate subject when she noticed my inflamed arm.
You had quite a severe, what we call a septic bursitis in your elbow. Its other name is an olecranon bursitis. And we don't see these very often, but when they are seen, they need to be treated as a matter of urgency.
Dr. Phelps immediately identified a likely cause.
When I saw you, the first question that I asked was, where might this infection have come from? And so I looked to your fingernails to see whether you'd had a recent manicure, and you had, just within the last 12 hours. I saw a cut on your finger, which was already infected, and that was a clue as to where the infection had come from.
Dr. Phelps wrote me a prescription and advised me to go straight to the hospital if the swelling didn't go down by the end of the day. I spent the next 3 days in hospital on intravenous antibiotics. At one stage, doctors warned they may need to operate.
Good, and you can move your elbow okay?
Yeah.
A week later, I'm still in pain.
It's still swollen, very tender still?
It is still quite sore, yeah.
When I became aware of how serious the infection was, we put a call out on social media asking a Current Affair viewers to share their stories about other nail salons. And there were plenty.
I had 5 operations in 6 days and I ended up losing the top of my finger.
Stella Falcone is suing the Melbourne salon that left her finger looking like this.
The equipment at the nail salon wasn't sterilised. They used the same drill and they just put it in a polystyrene slip next to them, and all the girls use the same drill.
Lily Boskovsky from Slater and Gordon has taken on Stella's case and says it should serve as a warning to everyone.
In the context of a nail salon, it's one of the worst I've seen.
I don't want this to happen to anyone else. The pain is atrocious. It's shocking.
Couldn't believe that I was in hospital.
Kim Stubbings from Western Sydney's finger became so badly infected, she required 2 rounds of surgery.
Plastic surgeon come in, he said it was really bad. He was worried that he may have to take half my finger. So I went into surgery the following day on the Friday, and I was in hospital for 6 days.
Rita Pavlis from Melbourne also needed emergency surgery.
I lost my nail. They had to slice my finger open. Lucky a plastic surgeon was available. They had to drain out all the poison that was in there.
The infections all trace back to visits to nail salons. It's one of the least regulated industries in the country. You don't even need a licence to own one. Many in the industry, like Susie Hegney from Queensland, are all too aware of the need for reform.
Personally, when I decided to open my salon here, I rang my council and I said, this is what I want to do. What do I need to do to be compliant? And they said, and I was just told, you're fine, go ahead. Even with my insurer, they didn't ask me for any qualifications or any proof of what I'm doing.
You can ask questions, you can see if there's an autoclave, you can ask what the sterilising procedures are, you can ask about the training of the technicians, but in the end you're really reliant on those procedures being conducted on a routine and regular basis and not having anything slip through the cracks.
And Dr Phelps confirmed that even when the highest standards are met, infections can still occur because most of us carry staph on the surface of our skin. The nail business is now big business, and it's understandable questions from a client with an infection is upsetting for any owner.
I need the business card.
I work for a current affair.
But this is an issue that can't be glossed over. It's not just a case of focusing on individual salons, it's the whole industry that needs to polish up its image.
The owner of the salon denies that Alex's infection resulted from having her nails done there. If you've had a similar experience with a nail salon, please get in touch. The email address is on your screen now.